hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Williams looking for a man. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. They'll go to the toss. Nice move to keep running. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Find some fresh air. Got enough for the 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some...
There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Noles want to move quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Back to pass, it's Sperry. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Noles can really attack on this second and short. Finds a tight end. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Noles. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20, pick up a 5 to the 19.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Williams will pass. Fires left. Got him downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he got loose. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Gonna look downfield again. Fires downfield. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown Sooners. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Sperry. Looking left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Gibson. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles, and because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. But this guy can make some plays.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sperry. Here's the pressure. Touchdown Seminoles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up 14 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the outside. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it first and goal, trying to cash it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the ground with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Let's go. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bring in the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
3rd down coming after the incompletion. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he rushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Upshaw. Fighting off the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Williams looking for a man. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Hunt is in the air. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the returner will be knocked down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's left with no option, he just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Dude, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Quick step and go. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Going right to work up top. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Fires on the move. It's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. This time he's got it. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Going to the run to start this second half. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Sperry. Pulls it in, it's Isaac. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Really nice job by the offense there, setting up the play-action pass. They ran the ball the last play, so the defense saw run action this time. A lot of guys bit downhill. The quarterback had a chance to find his target outside. He puts it up in the air. Receiver does his job. They connect for the long score.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, no! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense and make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 35 over Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Intercepted for the 11th time.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Looking for room. It's Isaac. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Takes it the other way. Past the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it out. It's Need. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Berry. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. To the air on first down. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making checks. Trying play action. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
The snaps. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Goal picked off in the end zone. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. And the returner is stopped. Together, starting from their own 12. On the ground, it's Upshaw. Fights off a defender. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Upshaw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on 1st down. Going deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Rush is on him. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. The Noles moving quickly to the line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Makes the catch.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Running into the open space. Lowers those pads. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of country roads. They're up by 32 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Williams looking for a man. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected.
Oh, he's got some space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. That's 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Noles! They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to tag 1.
That just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Williams will pass. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Slips away. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
He's looking deep. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That
hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while.
Touchdown Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Williams looking for a man. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying them off.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Seminoles! They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Complete to the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game possibly